Monday. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the I Love Monday show. I'm Carlo, and who do I got with me tonight? Will Noonan.
What's up?
Will and Carlo.
How you doing, buddy?
Good.
What's with the NASCAR look you got? Why'd you do it twice?
I'm in a
Why'd you do it like 3 times?
I just didn't want to stop. Now, once I get a little human contact in 2020, I'm like, we did it. We broke the fucking seal. Let's go. It's just touch.
What's with the NASCAR shit going on
I'm
here?
in NASCAR right now, man. You know, it's a wild era. You know, and not a lot makes sense. But you know what does make sense? Gasoline and pistons and rubber.
Do you know how to change oil?
Yeah.
Do you know how to change oil on a car?
I just actually, I don't want to brag or anything. I just did a little body work on my car, painted it.
Bondo?
Okay.
Bondo, dude. There's a car out there right now. It's about 25% Bondo.
What do you have, like a 30-year-old car?
I drive an old car. I drive a 14-year-old Honda. It's the Epstein.
Oh, did you have something to do with Honda?
No, but I drive a 06 Honda Accord sedan
Why can't
EX.
why can't they give you a newer version?
They have offered, and I just say, could I get some parts now and then for this car? Because I believe in keeping an old car on the road. You know what I mean? Keeping it running myself.
McKlasky, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I actually had sex in the back of a Honda not too long ago.
Congratulations.
But you were by yourself.
No, it was 3 or 4 truckers. It was against my will.
Yeah.
It was comfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
Honda makes a motorcycle too, doesn't it?
They make motorcycles. They make more engines than any other company on Earth. They probably make the engine in your weed whacker.
Yeah.
I don't have a weed whacker.
You don't have a weed whacker?
No, I don't got one of those.
How do you whack your weeds?
I don't. I pay someone to do it. So let me ask you, McKlasky, where'd you get the shirt?
The site, Shopify.
Look at that shirt.
I don't-
You can't see
You
McKlasky.
can't see. He's got a shirt. It's a swastika. That's weird.
Yes.
It's weird. It's weird that Carlo wants it so bad. No, it's a Breaking Balls T-shirt.
If it was a swastika, I'd want it to burn.
We have all
Yeah,
sorts
exactly.
of new gear. We
Right.
actually have brand new T-shirts on there. We won't get too into it, but if you go to the site Shopify, you can customize it, baseball shirts, T-shirts, and put the different logos on there. It's awesome.
That's really nice.
I just realized it's Breaking Balls and not Breaking
Yeah,
Bad.
yeah. This is the brand.
I'm in a hurry. I don't even finish reading T-shirts. I get a couple.
You on to the next one?
You get started. I'm like Breaking Bad. Got it.
What's the number 22 on there?
It's that's Joey Logano.
Oh, Italian guy.
He's the only.
Is he Italian or is
yeah,
he
he's
Spanish?
Italian, and he's from Connecticut.
gonna
He's the
start-
only
I'm gonna
driver.
start
from
following
doing
him.
That's why I got into him.
Oh, really?
He's an Italian guy from Connecticut. He wins a lot. I don't know. It's cool. You ever been up there to New Hampshire Motor Speedway?
No, thanks. I have no desire whatsoever. But
Next year.
But I'll tell you where I have been. I've been to the Indianapolis 500.
Have you really?
Not when it was going, but I was
you
there.
went there
I
to
went to
track?
AJ Foyt's suite with Tony Saragusa. Wow. This is back in the 90s. It was a good time.
I know. Wow.
And I was there with Rico Elmore, not too long ago either, because he has a suite over
Look at
there.
these names.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing better than the Indy 500. So maybe some pussy.
Hey, so what about that explosion in Beirut the
That
other
was
day?
fucked up.
What the heck really happened?
What really happened?
Yeah, what did you guys think?
I
What's
don't
your
know
theory?
much about Lebanon, and I don't know much about explosions.
The only thing I know about Beirut is you have to drink the entire thing if the ping pong ball goes in the cup.
Right. That's a game, Klasky. There was an explosion. People got killed. There's
Oh,
people
so it's
missing.
not funny. I'm sorry. That's right.
It was like a solid
I mean,
50, though.
You're so cold,
That says a
Klasky.
lot for the people of Lebanon that only like 50 people died in that thing. Because if that was America, we'd have like 6,000 dead. But the Lebanese,
You
they were
can't.
just like,
There's no insurance scams over there. I
they
guess.
just took it. They went back to work that day.
Ammonia. What was it? Ammonium nitrate, or well, I forget what the. So
the
now,
same thing as the Oklahoma bombing, from what I was told.
but now, like that's not
by
the
Joe.
only supply of it in the world. Where else is all this shit? And are we okay?
I don't know.
I heard it was a comedian telling a joke that they wrote on Zoom in front of a live crowd. And that,
And that's the aftermath.
that was the joke
Well,
failing.
hopefully everyone's okay.
I'm
over
gonna
there.
to keep my neighbors away. I'm gonna put like giant bags of whatever that chemical was outside of my house, and then
What's like famous about the Lebanese? Do we know?
hair,
I sat
body
next
hair.
to one in second
Body
grade.
hair.
I'm pretty sure it's
Body hair and no deodorant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever been on the subway?
Wow, they just suffered like their biggest tragedy in 100 years. We're like, yeah, they're fucking hairy and they stink. They're fucking hairy, they stink, and their fucking body parts fly through the air during explosions.
Wasn't there? Didn't we have a war with them like growing up? Like when I was growing up, wasn't there something going on with Beirut?
Yeah, they were trying to steal Mach 3s and deodorant, but
Yeah, the great Gillette heist of '93.
we had to put a stop to that.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah, but our thoughts and prayers to all those who are injured, right?
God
T's
bless
and
them.
P's for sure.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If this is a comedy show, so we got to make light of it.
McKlasky, who is Miss Monday this week?
Miss Money this week is Sherry. She has over 25 years of experience in the
Look
health
at
and
those
fitness
abs!
industry. Look at that body. Certified master trainer and a Fire Up Fitness Studio master. She's a fitness enthusiast, a lightweight bodybuilding champion. That body looks like she could compete with the heavyweights. That girl's ripped.
Yeah.
Probably. What do you think she weighs? Let's talk about her weight real quick.
Yeah.
Love that.
No, I guarantee she'd love it because she's definitely she's a lot of muscle.
She's muscle though, so it's I would guess like a solid $135.
No way.
I give her a Reggie Lewis. 35,
I know she's watching.
over 100.
I know
how
she's
tall
watching
she
the
is?
show. She's watching the show, so why don't you type in what you weigh? Because we're just curious. I say you're 104 pounds.
I couldn't have abs like that, if I
No, really.
ate 4 rocks, I couldn't get abs that looked like
Did you see her video doing pull-ups and everything? Did you guys see that?
No.
Yeah.
Is 135 a lot? I thought that was still a little.
135.
Not for like
your
a bodybuilding
standard, that's
thing.
really light.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm like, is
'Cause
that
I've seen the
hard?
girls you hang out with.
Yeah, she's like, my girlfriend's like 2'8" now.
But she was doing pull-ups. Did you see all that stuff? And she did the kicks.
I've spent
that?
a long time looking at that, yeah.
I don't know. This guy's
Not
nuts.
that long.
Like McKlasky's. He's really going down the tubes. Like
Yeah, I heard.
He's acting like his Uncle Booby. You know
This
his Uncle
girl,
Booby?
Uncle Booby?
Uncle Booby's actually stalking this girl, by the way.
Well, she's beautiful. Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
His Uncle Booby is stalking her. That's a whole nother story for next week's show.
How do you get the nickname, Uncle Booby?
A mastectomy. He had a mastectomy.
His Uncle Booby.
Anyway, Sherry
ironic.
has a studio in Stoneham, so check her out. And check
Home
her out.
of Nancy Kerrigan.
And I'm going to go there and do
Another
Ooh.
hottie. Right?
Wow.
I'd bang her on the knee and in the vagina. Nancy Kerrigan.
Would you do that?
Why not?
You would do a wound?
If I had a relationship with Nancy Kerrigan, I would absolutely be like, let's role play the day you got your knee broken.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Right.
Like, say, why? And I'll be like, cause you need this dick, that's why, Nancy.
What about her teeth, though? I can't get past that.
I could see past so
He
much.
didn't say blowjob.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of.
I could see past a lot more than teeth, man.
Should we get her on the show? It wouldn't be bad to get her on the show.
But we should.
Show her that clip. I'm
Did
sure she'll
anybody
come right on.
Tanya had the porno. Do you remember Tanya Harding did a porno?
Worst celebrity breasts of all time. Speaking of
Yeah.
Uncle Booby, these boobies were the saddest things I've ever seen in my
Auntie
life.
What, Tanya Harding's
They were
tits?
some bronze medal boobs.
Yeah.
Come on.
Dude, I mean, it's not her fault. She was attractive in every other way and a great body. She just had she was just not gifted in that
Great
department.
personality.
Yeah, I'm sure she got them redone after the video came out.
Is she dead?
No, she's
No,
alive.
she was having.
I
She was
would
having
lo-
dick sex,
I would love to
actually.
see her and Nancy Kerrigan have a boxing match like Tyson's going to have with Roy Jones.
Did they already fucking do that?
I think it's
No,
called
you were on Quaaludes.
They
and
had
you
a little
thought they did.
competition called the Olympics. that
I would
they were
love to
all-
see
No, but they should have a fist. They need to have a fist fight.
Yeah.
Hit her with a pipe, or the guy hit her with a pipe. That
In the comments
that
below.
big goon,
Jeff Galooly.
Galooly. What a name. It was the big guy. Galooly hired him. You were in on it.
That was
I
a
know.
great. That
I-
was a
I'd
great
love to
time. Great time in America when that was the biggest issue we had. Fuck COVID and politics and race wars. It was.
What did
just
she
like,
think she was doing? How was she going to get away with that?
Oh, that was wild.
You know, imagine that happening today with all the
Cameras and cell
everything.
phones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some other figure skater just would have been Snapchatting I think Tanya Harding's boyfriend just fucking broke her knee or something. We all would have known 5 minutes later.
Hey, Klutz, what do we have for viral videos this week? We
This
got
week
some?
at Breaking Balls, we had a ton of videos go wild. Let's take a look at the top 3 ones that we did. We have almost 70,000 subscribers on Facebook right now.
Wow.
Just for the record.
Whoa!
27K.
Congratulations!
27K on Instagram. And it's because of everybody watching at home, forwarding and sharing the videos. We fucking
Keep
love
doing
it.
it.
This is our number 3 video for this week, okay? Let's run that one.
Nice. Damn.
Wow.
I just think he's shit-faced enough that that's fine.
Yeah.
You know
Oh
what
yeah.
I mean? Like,
I mean, he was in soft dirt. I wish it was concrete or pavement, to tell you the truth.
he's
That
gonna
would've been
feel
nice.
it tomorrow.
Do you think he busted his nose?
He's gonna wake up tomorrow like it's gonna be sore, but he's gonna be.
You think he busted his nose?
Nah.
Oh, he's all fucked up. Put it this way: if you get a trampoline, it should come with a video camera because we want everybody's gonna. It should just.
Yes.
Nobody ever has a good story about a trampoline.
And
do
that
they?
kind too, especially like if you're gonna get a
Yeah.
trampoline, splurge on the $100 like big one for your yard. Not
What are you
like
supposed
the
to do on that
$25 like that's a like for I guess I don't even know what to
What
work
state
out
do you
on.
think that was
It's
in?
for a
What
kid with
state?
ADD to just bounce
And then land on the hard shit though.
Yeah.
You bounce off that and land. On your
Justice
face.
says New Jersey. What state do you think it was in?
That.
New Jersey sounds about right. Yeah, I can see
No,
that.
there's a lot of. I would guess. I'm guessing like Texas,
Indiana.
or like
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
All day
yeah.
long. You know what? Me and you are always in
Same
sync. You know what I mean?
page,
It's fucking
always.
unbelievable.
The Oklahoma Dirt Kiss.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
guys want
that
to see number 2?
That guy was an idiot. Yeah.
At number 2, snowmobiles are a great form of transportation during the harsh winter months. But have you ever tried one in the middle of the summer on the
I saw this
street
one.
downtown?
I've seen this fella.
Watch this guy.
I don't think this is his. I think he got this.
He hot wired
Yeah, I
that.
saw this one. I was like a little confused.
You know what I mean? I don't think this guy actually was like, you know what? I'm gonna destroy my own snowmobile today. I think maybe he found that.
Fell off a truck.
Yeah. Dude, that is so fucking. I actually, when I saw it, my first thought was like, good. Like we know.
Yeah.
I always wondered. I always wondered what would happen.
If you look at that intersection, it looks like the intersection on a Bronx Tale.
A little bit.
That
Yeah.
looks like the Bronx Tale set.
Yeah.
But I
It
don't
does
think that
look
was
like
him.
that.
Except
It
for the
does.
young kid driving a snowmobile.
Yeah, he wouldn't have lasted in that neighborhood over there.
Now you just can't leave.
Yeah.
Unless you on this snowmobile here.
So what state do you think that was in?
That was New York, I would guess.
Yeah, that's a down.
That's
I'm going to say
New York
Detroit.
move.
New
I'm
York.
going to say even though
It would
Michigan.
be very New York to be like, why is there a snowmobile in the middle of the city in summer?
Yeah.
But there just is.
He robbed somebody.
Yeah, like why would you even bring why would you ever bring the snowmobile into New York ever?
Ever.
Yeah.
I bet there's a store that sells snowmobiles in New York.
There probably is.
That's kind of crazy, but you're probably
There's
right.
a guy when I lived there, he died.
Especially upstate.
Yeah.
There's a drug dealer died when he was out drugging and dealing.
Oh, yeah?
And he died, but he left, his apartment was filled with like exotic animals, like tigers.
Oh, I heard about that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like his
We talked about him on the show.
Because when they weren't getting fed, they were starting to growl. So his neighbors were like, "I'm hearing like a tiger growl," and they were like, "Yeah, yeah." And
How'd he get him up? How'd he get him up there?
That's everyone was like, it was
Trench
like
coat.
a project housing that he lived in. So it wasn't like it was
Well,
like he
everyone's
had neighbors.
tight-lipped, but they're all tight-lipped. They're gonna rat on each other over
Yeah.
there.
They don't rat when it comes to lions.
He had probably sexual favors going on with the animals and the people. And
That's what I was thinking. Like you just give your neighbors like drugs, you know, crack or weed. What's your poison?
what's the biggest viral video we had of the week?
This number 1 video got over 150,000 views.
Wow.
How crazy is that?
The old 150K.
That's nuts.
Women drivers are known for their lack of skills, but that's in a car. Watch as this lady takes her chances on a dirt bike.
Let's go.
Roll the tape.
Oh. 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 Wow.
I think that's like a young girl who's just learning how to drive a motorcycle. You know?
Yeah.
That had to have been her first time.
You don't think that was like a professional motocross?
No.
That's not the X Games warm up. I'm gonna take this off the wall for a sec to see what she can do.
That was definitely Alabama.
That was actually the better thing. Like, she's lucky that it went up and fell back versus completely went through and then
What
metal
if,
shards.
what if it landed on her?
That's what I'm saying.
You know, she could have been crippled for life. You know?
Yeah.
West Virginia, you're saying West
Yeah, it would
Virginia?
have been a great loss for this nation.
What do we got? What do we got next, Klaus?
She would have been like,
Everything's getting canceled. It's 2020. Everything, it's no 4th of July, no Labor Day. We're going to cancel everything, including this year. Salem has made it official. We are not going to have Halloween. No parades.
I mean, Labor Day being canceled is not a big deal because no one's working anyway, so
That's true.
what's the difference?
Yeah.
You know? But Halloween being canceled, you bummed out? Would you get dressed up?
not really.
No.
I mean, just the same thing I put on every night, just this leather gimp suit.
That's what you dress up as? Like Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, just I sleep in it. So, but I think I was thinking about this though. I was like at Walgreens and they're already starting to put out the Halloween candy, and I was like, oh yeah, kids like that. They can't do Halloween this year, right?
Maybe they can have closed parties.
I was thinking like you like ring the doorbell with a stick from the sidewalk, and then you like throw the candy.
I mean,
yeah, but you can wear like masks though. Like
yeah, it's the only holiday that forces you to wear a mask.
Social
and we're
distance,
canceling it.
right?
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, that's actually really true. Like that could be a night we open the bars up again.
Yeah, you just wear a mask.
Just wear a mask.
You're right.
That would be the purge, though. If everybody was out getting hammered for one night, it'd be right before a long winter with wearing masks. It would be fucking
just right
dangerous.
before we all
and
go
everyone started
indoors.
getting shit-faced, beating the hell out of each other.
That's what scares me the most about this whole COVID thing. Is I think we're gonna make it through the summer. Everybody's happy. There's getting that vitamin D, all that shit. As soon as you have to wait outside in a snowbank for a roast beef, people are gonna start dying.
I don't know.
Homicide.
Everyone has like an idea, right? Everyone has like their COVID theory and like their COVID like what's gonna happen. I just don't know.
This was planted. You know that, right?
I think it's.
You don't think so?
I think someone. Do you want to hear my crazy theory?
Is this a real theory or is this a joke?
50-50.
All right, go ahead.
It's like 50-50. It's like a crazy theory. You know, everyone's got their theories.
Right.
I haven't heard this one. Someone traveled through time, and then coming back from the future to here, they brought a disease with them that like we couldn't handle. Because I always heard that the reason why time travel can't exist is because of bacterias and stuff like that. And they're like, if you did time travel, you could bring
The new
bacteria, the new flu that no one has an immunity to, and cause a lot of problems. If that's too crazy for you, also could have been aliens who brought it.
Really?
They have said that the Pentagon said they discovered wreckage. We talked about that last week.
Right.
From an alien craft from outside this world.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean...
See, they're slow rolling. I've been saying this on my show, the Noonan Show, every Thursday on YouTube. I've been saying that they're slow rolling aliens out. Like they're like leaking out. They're like going like start getting used to the idea of aliens, everybody.
Yeah.
Because in 2022, we're going to admit to you that they're here, and like one of them dropped a little coronavirus.
Have you ever seen a UFO or anything?
I can't say, but I've seen on the road as a comedian. I've seen a lot of weird things.
Well, that would be a UFO. UFO doesn't mean alien.
Some
it just means
sexual,
that
some
you weren't able
non-sexual.
to.
I mean, McKlasky was abducted.
That was just 6 or 7 guys and a dildo. That wasn't.
Did you watch the Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix, the new ones?
Yeah, good.
That one about the aliens thing? I'm not a huge believer, but when I saw that, I'm like, what the fuck? There's like 17 people, they don't know each other.
Here's the thing that I don't
They
get.
seem
Okay.
legit, right, Joe?
So if the aliens,
Right, Joe?
they
Right?
can't be close by. They
You know
must
you have
come.
a bad argument when you're saying first names.
They want to try to understand us. That's why they come down and experiment with us and probe our butts, right? But if they didn't know anything about us, how would they know what fit?
Because they're us from the future, that's why.
And their asses mimic ours?
Because what are we going to evolve into? We don't need anything anymore but our fucking heads, right? So it's like we're just going to be the
true.
big-headed, great. They're us. They're just like 1,000 years. And then they go, hey, let's go. We've invented time travel. Let's go back. That's why they always take off when people see them, because they're like, fuck, we can't mess.
Time travel
watch a
seems
lot of,
crazy until you
Netflix.
look at what we have now. Like, people are watching this at home on a telephone. Like, that's insane.
Right.
But, you know, if you fast forward 50 years, maybe something like time travel doesn't seem
Watching
crazy.
the NBA right now with like this virtual fans on
horrible.
the side. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's the worst ever.
It's weird. I'm glad you said that, because a lot of my friends are like, hey, isn't it great the Red Sox are back? I'm like, I'm happy they're playing, but it's depressing.
Yeah.
Like to watch,
It's no
kinda,
fun.
you know?
Yeah.
They say the Patriots automatically have 2 wins because of no fans, because Belichick, the Belichick factor.
I believe that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking how many games we would have.
Say that again?
Think of how many games in the
So, because home field advantage.
we get 2 games. We're gonna have 2 automatic wins.
So, 2 automatic wins because Belichick, like home field, won't be able to overcome Belichick's coaching. You know what I'm saying?
Because there will be no factor. There'll
be
be
no
no
fan
fan
factor.
factor
Okay.
to like pump up the.
That's that much of a factor, you believe, in the
That's
NFL?
what
It's a
they're
huge
saying.
factor in
That's what they're
sports.
saying. I mean, it is in Seattle.
They put the fake sound noise
true.
in because they know that the players like play like shit when there's not even
Yeah.
the sound of fans.
We'll see what happens.
I know, it's kind of weird. I wish I had that for stand-up. Just like I tell a joke and there's some guy's like, boop. Well. Yeah, I thought maybe it's the future. I did a show to like an empty, I felt like a Red Sox. I did a comedy club show where they just had like a camera on me and like people were watching at home, but this comedy club's totally empty. And I was like,
How'd that feel?
It felt weird, man. It felt very surreal and very like, kind of like just odd. I was like, this feels like it felt like one of those like ISIS videos, you know what I mean? Like where they're like they look into the camera, you know, and they're like, my family in Mississippi, I love you, and I'm fine. I'm not fine. Send the CIA.
Are you gonna do another one?
Another one? Another one of those? Hopefully not. I mean, I'll do it. Whatever, you know. Whatever pays the bills these days, but it's like, I mean whatever pays. But it's hard. Those Zoom things are hard, man. I know you guys.
That's crazy.
I'm not a fan.
Well, it's like not to be too like X's and O's about it, but it's like to do your stand up into nothing. It's like you bring your material, but the audience steers you in little directions. You know, it's like you tell a joke about weed and. Normally it gets a 10.
They should FaceTime everybody.
But it gets an 8. You're like
watching.
Yeah. Well, they're trying all kinds of different things. Yeah. This one place has like a tube you stand in. Like it's like a tube you stand in, and you look up and there's the crowd's all over.
Like the thing at the airport when you go.
It's
through
like Minority
It's just like that.
Jesus. What the hell?
I haven't done it yet, but I hear it's like very weird. I'm like, it's like a Black Mirror episode every time you go to work.
I think it's two different things. I think when you're going to be on video and you're going to, I mean, I get the live element of it or whatever, but there should be a higher expectation of production value versus when you're on stage, you're performing as a performer, like in a theater or something like that. But, you know.
It's just weird, man.
Yeah.
It's the same way it's weird to watch the Red Sox, like, crack a single for nobody. It'd be weird to watch your favorite, like, I watched, like, some thing. It was like Luke Combs from like the Grand Ole Opry or something. It was kind of weird, you know.
What's going to get canceled first? What sport? What do you think?
Like forever?
No, like this because of the pandemic.
Baseball seems to be like just juggling. Yeah, like baseball seems to just be like juggling their nuts constantly.
Seems like hoop. They kind of confined everyone in that bubble. And
NBA's doing the best job.
But okay, let me ask you something. What would you rather watch for a television program? The dumbass basketball games that are going to happen as a result of this, or the reality show of what's going on and who's fucking who in that bubble?
That's probably more fun.
Yeah,
there's probably a lot of bubble stories. There's going to be a lot of bubble stories.
Are the cheerleaders there with the basketball
Everybody's
players?
getting fucked, Carlo.
I also want to hear about like the dude who's
son.
like, I heard there's like
chicks and hunks.
Got employees that have to like, they had to say like Disney employees had to say like, so long to their families for a few months, you know? So imagine you got to wake up at like 3 a.m. because like Kyrie Irving wants to bowl. You know what I mean? Because like they're on demand for all that shit all the time.
And you got to be ready with a thermometer for every single one of these guys. You got to stick it in, check them, make sure they're 96.2.
It sucks that Kyrie Irving's not in the Celtics anymore.
Nah, I just
kidding. Just kidding. I was only kidding. All right, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back with more McKlasky and Will.
Politically correct? Fuck that shit. Say what you want. Be a man.
Do you miss being a man tonight? He's not here.
Dude, I was kind of hoping you would be here. I got legitimately starstruck.
You brought a notebook so he could give you for an autograph.
I'll take autographs, pics.
The Be a Man man's not here, and he's really depressed.
I know.
He's probably bench pressing an elk somewhere.
I have his business card actually. Right now, I'm cutting up my weed with his business card.
You only have one. We'll give you another one. It's gonna get worn out.
Yeah, sorry. It's already worn out from goodnight kisses. I'm the worst comedian because like I'll always just be like, I'm gay. Like that's my joke all the time. It's like I'm not really, but what if I was? Like that's my whole joke. That's like my whole. If you would just want to come see me, that's pretty much half the punchlines.
He's promoting himself. All right, listen, McKlasky. Ellen DeGeneres is finished.
Ellen DeGeneres. More like that, right?
I don't like her.
You don't?
No.
A lot of people aren't liking her right now. She's taking a lot of heat. She was making up to $1 million per episode on her daily talk show, and everybody's saying that behind the scenes, she's a bully, she's a tyrant, and now she's at risk of losing that. Has anybody heard any stories about this woman? I thought she was all dances and happiness.
I've heard that.
I've heard a lot of bad stories about her over the years.
Really?
Because she's very litigious, though. Like, even I did a rant on her one time, and I was like, oh, it's pretty funny. So I like put it on YouTube, and it was like within a week I had like a cease and desist email. Just an email though. It's like but it was from all the official Ellen 20th Century Fox like stuff.
That's worth doing just for that.
And it was just me like doing a bit. Like I was saying, oh, you know, when people go on Ellen, she always has like 2 celebrities and like someone who's got a fucked up problem. And then the person with the fucked up problem is always shocked that Ellen gives them a check And I'm like, what'd you think you were on for? To promote your new movie? Like, do you think she was going to be like, so, like, what's your favorite place to hike? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, she's there to, like, go like, oh, it's sad you were in a car accident. Here's a check from, like, GoPro for $15,000.
But we've heard from different people who said she was no good.
$1 million an episode. That's kind of disgusting to me, to be honest with you.
worth
It's
that,
all
though.
advertising. I mean,
She's worth that, though. She
sales.
can put a movie or a book at #1.
Not anymore, or maybe actually she might actually do better after this. Sometimes cutting away that like the Tonight Show and all that, like you have to be clean and all that stuff. It would be great to see Ellen come back as a comedian. Just being
She's
like,
a great
fuck it.
fucking stand-up
She
comedian.
always was.
I'm not going to take anything away from her in that
A lot of these
department.
people are, and then they get this gig that just makes them super clean, and they're not funny.
What if she
anymore.
was a guy? Would she be in this much trouble?
She would probably eat less pussy.
Actually, if she was a guy, she'd probably be in more trouble. It probably would have happened much sooner.
You think so?
Yeah.
And she would eat less pussy because she'd have a dick.
We had the guy on the show. You know the guy we had in the show who wrote all our episodes.
That's right.
4 years.
We interviewed Greg Fitzsimmons. That's
Greg
right.
Fitzsimmons.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
did he talk about her at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, he talked about
Because
the show.
he was the head writer and
had
won an
nothing-
Emmy for her.
He had nothing
Yeah.
but
You
nice
had him
stuff to
on?
say.
No, he ran.
Couple of them.
No, wait a minute.
Dude,
He had
he's
4.
one of my favorite
Wait a second.
Dude, he was
guys.
so
He had
cool.
4 Emmys for her. And
Yeah.
He only had 3 in the background, and one of them he gave to who? Do you guys remember?
His mom.
His mother.
I had lunch with him,
And do you remember he had a?
and he told me I tried to get him some stories.
You had him on your show?
Well, no, I opened for him, and I tried to like. It was funny. She's so legal that I got the feeling he didn't even want to tell me something like over lunch that could like get him because she's got 1,000 lawyers. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, that's why she's rich.
But he did tell me like a little bit of like what it was like to work there. You know, I don't
like
want to tell his stories, but man, like he's just an interesting dude.
I
And
like
he was
this
cool.
One of the
story coming
funniest
out
fucking
because
guys. One of the most underrated like
great.
headliners.
all these things about the Me
So
Too
funny.
movement, and the Me Too movement serious. We don't want women being taken whatever, but then to see a woman in a position of power, kind of taking the same abuse, it's almost less about
actually
gender
nice.
and it's more about positions of power. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's actually kind of nice. And
Yeah, it's refreshing. To
It's
be
like
honest
I'll
with
tell you what though, she gets a little bit. Letterman was not easy to work for.
Of course
Conan is not easy to work for. Like no one with that gig. Mr. Monday. I mean, they don't know, but before the show starts, it's like
yeah.
he was throwing stuff at all of us, and he hits. He hit me with a hose.
deserved it.
Handing out black eyes.
He deserved
Pretty
it.
serious around here.
But it's
but-
like, because of
It's a tough gig.
Because
It
of
is.
2020,
Daily show.
the Me Too movement's like taking a back seat. You're not hearing a lot of stuff about certain things, which is
like,
kind of nice.
If this was Conan O'Brien, it would have blown up a little bit more. I think.
I like taking a back seat.
I'm like,
Where it belongs
was
in the
getting-
back.
I was getting sick of the world in 2019.
Oh my God.
You know?
You know what though? I thought this would toughen. I do think audiences. So what I've seen doing stand up for live crowds, I feel like they're a little tougher again. Like they're a little bit more
Yeah.
like let's laugh at some. Because it's like you could die grocery shopping and you're gonna be a fucking tight ass about this joke right now. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Comedy shows are going to sell out as soon as, like...
they're already. I've sold. No one sells out half a room like me, man. Like, when they stopped making it 100% to be sold out, I was like, where do I sign up? You only need to sell 50 tickets, and it's like sold out.
You know what though? That's a good advantage for people that are going out to see a show. Is like a lot of the pain in the ass is you're up somebody's ass. There's 6 people on top of you and everything like that. That's not allowed anymore. You can like sit like a gentleman,
nice.
like back in the day, like in Goodfellas, you had your own table and you're watching
Yeah.
a show, and I love it.
I was at
NASCAR
I
was
was
like
at the
that.
Encore with those guys the other night over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? It was awesome. We were away from everyone. It was like, it was
Yeah.
old school. It was cool.
old school.
Yeah, it was old school. Like
I
that
like
stuff.
it.
I went to NASCAR. Everyone was far apart, and they took your temperature on the way in, which was funny.
I mean, that's
I've
kind
had
of...
my temperature taken like 1,000 times. lately.
What's your temperature, your running temperature all the time?
Like 104.
I'm always like 97.2.
Past month or so, 104. No, I'm like 98.6 all the time. The guy.
You're perfect.
The guy always says that. You know what? I'm doing an indie movie right now, and that's what they got to take your temperature every day on the set, and it's probably not perfect. The guy says it every day though. He's like, perfect.
So what- tell
But he
me-
probably just says that because I'm an actor and they like treat us like babies. So he's
You're
like,
doing an Indy
you're perfect. And
500?
I'm like, thanks.
What tell us about it.
It's actually Tres Gatos. This is the guys making it. It's like it's called Salesman. We're in the middle of making it right now. But it's Corey Rodriguez, Orlando Baxter, and me, and Tookie Kavanaugh. We play these salesmen. And during the COVID era, we started writing it at the very, like, day 2 of quarantine. We were like, something to make us all happy. We were kind of all writing it together on the phone and on Zoom. And now we're filming it, like little bits here and there all over the city. All like the people, Tony V's in it, tons of Boston comedians are in it.
That's cool.
So it'll be out like in a while,
Sounds
a long
good.
time. But it's gonna be dope.
Tony V, didn't he he did a space one, didn't he?
Yeah, Space Force.
I like that.
So
That's
these
good.
guys, they're friends of mine. I've been working with them. Started with like 5-minute, 2-minute things, and now they're making full lengths and doing. They've been in a bunch of film festivals. They're kind of like filmmakers.
Wow, that's awesome.
Look him up.
Good luck with that.
Good guys. You guys should have them on. You guys
Yeah.
should have them on here. They're funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why don't we have them as a guest when next time you're on the show?
That'd be great.
Then
Look
we'd
it
have
up.
4 guests.
But they're quiet and I talk a lot.
All right, can we shoot the shit now?
Absolutely.
What do we got?
There's a big smackdown with a side of fries for a Burger King customer who was 21 years old, and he hit a worker after accusing him of making his nuggets too spicy.
Whoa, is that it?
Yeah.
Is that the real video?
The customer was caught on camera.
What a prick.
Slapping the employee at the fast food restaurant in Pittsburgh. Customer allegedly threatened another employee before slapping the cashier and walking out. Austin Addison has been charged with harassment, disorderly conduct, and criminal mischief.
That
How spicy is too
That
spicy?
kid's reaction was great.
That was a sneaky left. Like this kid, like if I was there, I would probably get in trouble. I mean, would I get in trouble for pounding that guy with the glasses out who hit the kid?
No, I don't think you would actually, because I think it would count as like a defense.
Yeah, because I would give that guy such a beating, like in the parking lot. Like
That'd
honestly,
be nice to have that power. I just gotta look.
You know what I'm saying? No, you can pick up a chair.
I'm like, no, someone should do something.
No, but seriously, like, how do you do that to that poor like little dweeb? Look at the chubby little kid.
Well, in fairness, he made his chicken nuggies too spicy.
Yeah, people who are pricks to like, if you're
don't
a
like that.
prick to a waiter at a expensive restaurant,
I don't like that.
You're an asshole.
Yeah.
But if you do it to a guy who's making like fucking minimum wage, you're just a complete asshole. You're a
Yeah.
complete fucking piece of
If
shit.
you're mad because
subhuman.
Yeah.
It's not cool.
the chicken you ordered from Burger King isn't how you like it, then you're a fucking moron.
Like that, like, you know how many times I've gotten like fast food and it's just like completely wrong, and you
Oh,
just
yeah.
go like, "Fuck it," you throw it out the window. You're like, "That's on me," and
Yeah.
it's like a $3 loss, and I'll go to the next one I run into.
And you only get $6 in your pocket, like you know.
I've gotten coffee from Dunkin' Donuts and been like, "Nope," and just thrown
Yeah.
it right out.
If they can't do it right, you don't want them to try again. You want to move on to the next
Get to
person.
feel like a millionaire for like
Yeah.
$3.
I mean, they're working hard enough. They're
Right?
not making a lot of money, and this kid gets slapped by this dope.
Yeah, but like this happens so often. There must be like a whole separate law, like the law offices of whatever. I just defend people that get in fights at
Oh,
McDonald's.
I mean, you ever been in a McDonald's like 2 a.m. when everyone's trying to get
Oh,
their
yeah.
shit? That's when I feel the most bad for like those people who work at McDonald's, because they're like,
yeah, there's no rate. Like the third shift usually gets a better rate, but McDonald's it should have a different name and it should be triple the money.
Imagine like I've never had a fast food job. I did work in a convenience store. It was probably like the minimum wage job that
Did
I
you
had.
steal?
Huh?
Did you steal?
Yeah, I did. Stole a lot, man. I smoked back then. I used to just like crack open a carton, take one out, and smoke a pack of bus. I used to actually let neighborhood kids come in, like the younger neighborhood kids, and I'd be like, "Here's a bag. You have 30 seconds. You can get anything you can get in the bag. You can keep." And these
I
little,
used to know a guy like you.
yeah, these little shitheads.
No
would, like,
cameras back then.
Nah, these little shitheads would grab like Mach 3 razors.
Don't you feel
Oh,
like you should
that's-
call
yeah.
up the owner and apologize to him now?
That's the move.
You know what was
Hustlers,
funny
yeah.
about that gig? You know
the
what's
guy-
funny
was
about
the guy
that?
an asshole?
No, we were all stealing, all the guys that worked there. It was like Super Troopers with like teenagers, you know? We were just like, we'd rip scratch tickets off the wall, scratch them. Ah, I lost, fuck it. You know what I mean? Oh, I won. Cash it in, you know what I mean? And like, we all were like, man, one day the jig is gonna be up, you know what I mean? And then it was the guy who was our boss was like stealing thousands of dollars.
He got blamed for everything you
He
guys
got
did.
blamed for everything. He took the rap, but he really was. They caught him on video stealing like thousands and thousands of dollars. Like we were just taking like packs of cigarettes and stuff, candy, and then he got in this big trouble. And then I remember it was like right before I was off to New York and shit. I was like, all right, peace. So long. One time, one more convenience store story though. When a guy wants to kick your ass and you work in a convenience store, it sucks because like this one dude, I got drunk and I said something to his girlfriend about like how she like it looked good or whatever.
When you were working?
when I was out on the weekend, I said to some girl, like, I was like 17. I was like, oh, you look all right. I didn't even know who she was.
You complimented a lady.
Complimented a lady. Her boyfriend, who I'd never even met, came to like fight me while I was working at Tedeschi's. And I was like, dude, I don't know if you heard about me, but I'm not a fighter. I'm like kind of a drama kid.
Fine, I'll take a
plays. I'm planning on going to New York in the fall, maybe starting a comedy career. I don't know.
My niece's roommate in college was Tedeschi.
Get out of here.
And they're actually best friends.
That's good.
So they're probably watching. You're probably going to get arrested. It's not a big deal.
Well, you know,
no, it's true, though.
Everything I say is a lie.
That's a lie. It's really Cumberland Farms.
It was.
All right, what's the next one?
I also worked for some other fucking...
A taxi driver has been arrested for wielding a weapon while arguing with a passenger who kept farting. This was on August 3rd. An arrest warrant went out for a taxi driver in his 50s. The taxi driver is suspected of stabbing a passenger in his 20s with a weapon over 10 times.
This is China?
No, this is in Florida, probably.
The China.
The passenger is currently being treated at a hospital for serious injuries. According to the police, Mr. A opened the windows and warned Mr. B to be mindful of his farts. As Mr. B constantly farted, Mr. A became angry and stabbed him 20 times.
Beef is more like it.
Jesus. Being a cab driver, that's another...
I think
you know what?
farting
Smelling
is
farts
aggressive.
is part of that fucking job. This guy should shut his mouth.
All right, I'll agree with that. But I think that farting it's violent. I think that if you're doing that on or near somebody, that's super disgusting.
Another Greg Fitzsimmons almost got thrown off a plane for fart. Or no, he was on a plane where someone else almost got thrown off for farting. Farting can actually cause problems.
Yeah.
I don't want to smell anyone's farts but my own. All right?
I did a fart once in a movie theater back when I drank. That like I still remember, and I remember hearing people talk about it like it was like people were talking about it like it was the Kennedy assassination. People were like, I'll never forget where I was today when I smelled this guy. They didn't even know it was me. That was the beauty of it. It was like painting a mural and just sitting there watching people walk by it and go like, that's beautiful.
You ever walk into
mural
a
of
room
a fart
when somebody's making lemonade and you can smell the fresh lemon zest? That's tiny little particles of lemon zest going up into your nose and you're perceiving it. Do you know what happens when shit goes up your nose?
What's a fart smell?
Yeah, that's it. But that's what it is. That's disgusting.
It's gross.
It's kind of like COVID. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone could fart out COVID.
Yeah, now we have to wear masks over our ass, too.
Imagine if you could smell COVID. That would be fucked up.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey, this guy fucking reeks of COVID.
That would be
What do you
great.
think COVID would smell like if there was a smell?
That's a
Walmart,
great
Target.
question.
I think battery acid.
When I go into Target, I'm like,
Yeah.
Pennies.
I feel like I'm getting
Oh,
pennies.
Oh,
That is funny. What would COVID smell like?
Like a Chinese food dumpster.
oh that,
Lot of trash.
I was going to say the name of one, but I figured it would offend 10 people. And
My dog, I was taking out the trash today after the dog, like bags of dog shit had sat in the 90-degree heat all day.
Oh,
That was
wonderful.
that was a COVID.
is it a big
smell.
dog?
No, but it was like I was like, man, this smells like a Chernobyl farce.
it's the consistency of a Frosty. It's wonderful.
It-
What's next, Clus?
I thought Chernobyl fart was gonna do much better. It wasn't bad. It
We're
was just
uneducated.
The people at home liked
It
it.
was too heavy. Look at this, Marty Jannetty, the murderer.
Cops launch a probe after WWE legend Marty Jannetty, 60 years old, posted a murder confession on Facebook claiming that he made a man disappear when he was 13 years
This
old.
one was weird.
The disturbing anecdote was shared on social media on Wednesday. The troubled star said the man was never found and that they should have looked in the
Shawn
Chattahoochee River. He implied that he was the one who killed him, basically, and he did it online. Now they're going
Yeah.
after him.
It's a great movie.
He was on a 60-day drinking and fucking bender, according to
Dude, this whole thing is probably true.
Why would he go on and tell people? He must be losing his mind.
Because
He was
you're
on a bender for 60 days, and he's just...
Yeah,
he's
like
just-
you're drunk.
He's all messed up.
And that's the kind of stuff that comes up when you're like on a bender for 60 days, like the stuff you've been burying.
Oh, yeah.
He's like that murder you've been trying to not think about.
Good on him for having... He was at least, like kind of moving around it, like, oh, that guy's gone. We'll never see him again. They should have checked here.
You know, like that. It reeks of one of those Facebook posts too that he just wants like one chick to read and call him.
That's 90% of Facebook posts. I'm glad that
Yeah.
you said that.
Yeah.
And I just want anybody watching, we know what
Yeah.
you're trying to do in your Facebook post. You're not just trying to show off your kid or
like
your
I'm like-
exercise routine.
I'm
Trying to
gonna
make
commit
somebody jealous
suicide.
or someone pissed off, or you want attention.
or you want to fuck somebody.
It's a lot of like I need something from the world. I'm
Yeah.
like, I need. I almost wore that shirt today. But the guy, the suicidal Facebook thing. I'm always like, dude, come on, man. Who is like, man, I'm gonna end it all. let's log into Facebook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Here's a poll. Should
you got
I
bigger shit going
hang
on.
myself, shoot myself, or OD?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna wait an
ABC
hour.
or D.
Poll closes in 2 hours.
And you get it. You're planning on writing your suicide post, and you're like, oh shit, there's a sale at Marshall's.
Yeah, you have emojis in your suicide note. You fucking asshole.
You see some dude's post that pisses you off. You're like, oh, I had to fucking write about this.
Some people are real ridiculous on Facebook with this.
I don't have a Facebook. Like I have a comedian page. You know
but
what I
not
mean?
a personal.
Not a personal one.
Oh, people are getting in trouble with their personal pages lately. We saw some of that. Let's not get into it.
I hear stories. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll ostracize people that we might otherwise.
All right, what's the next one, Klusk?
Stalker, 44-year-old guy, admits to sending more than 500 unwanted services, including food deliveries, locksmith, and prostitutes, to a Utah woman, threatening her to sleep with one eye open. Lauren Okamura pleaded guilty Monday to one count of cyberstalking. From 2018 to 2019, a father and his adult daughter who live in a quiet middle-class suburb of Salt Lake City were aggressively harassing somebody by sending, prostitutes and service people to their house. Is that really?
It's a pretty
Utah
good, it's a
prostitutes?
pretty good prank. I mean, well, actually,
What does a Utah hooker look like?
But so a
She's like-
locksmith shows up to your door and says, "I heard you need a locksmith," and you go, "No," and that's it, right?
I mean, get one of those burner phones, and we could have some fun with that. We should start doing that.
It's probably
as
like a
segment.
20-minute. It's probably like a 15-minute.
I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun. It sounds like the pranks.
When I was in high school, we used to sign my buddies up for. We used to sign each other up for those.
The records?
No, the Marines. Remember, like the
Yes.
the Marines would come.
They'll never leave you
The
alone.
recruit, yeah, they'll call
Never.
you,
Yeah.
and then they'll show up. We used to say like, just show up in my house like Saturday at like 9:30, 10, and then these dudes would be like, they'd have to.
I wonder how many guys went in the Marines because they.
I think before me, I heard one guy actually did. One guy just.
It might have changed his life for
He
the
was
better.
like, "Wow, you make some great points." But for the rest part, for the most of us, it was like we only did it twice, but we did it to this one dude, Chris. We got him like super drunk the night before.
They tried getting me, but I'm a gay asthmatic, so they weren't.
Yeah. Flat-footed too.
Yes.
I love this weird shit will get you out of the army.
You would have been a good Navy SEAL.
Yeah, I would have, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I can hold my breath for a really long time.
Yep.
And I have no
Good,
compassion.
really good swimming.
Yeah.
That's
all you need, right?
Yeah.
Heart of a killer.
Shoot
He loves
Arabs.
submarines.
You've shot several
He
Arab
loves.
people.
He wants to be in a submarine, like he said.
Do you really though?
Yeah.
I just like the idea of being trapped in a vessel that could kill me with pressure.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You like flying?
That shit's scary, man. Dan Smith was on. He said he performed in one, or he went on one.
He's
on
done all that
a
stuff.
USO tour or
He's
some
done
shit
all
like
that stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
I would never go in a submarine.
Dan Smith's cool.
He's cool, yeah. He's a
guy.
great guy. He gave me a lot of gigs, like, when I first moved up here. Like, I owe a lot to Dan Smith, but I paid it off in
man.
hand jobs, so.
That's good.
Yeah.
He looks like
I
he
didn't
would
make
take it.
I didn't make it to this spot right here without jerking off some half-Jewish comedians from Worcester.
Oh, he's only half Jewish, huh?
Only half, I think.
Yeah. All right.
Half Irish, half Jewish. You don't see that very often.
People don't realize Jewish is a religion, not a nationality.
Well,
Both.
it's both. Israeli.
Both?
I have an
What
uncle.
is it?
I have an uncle from Jew. He lives there.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
was gonna visit you before COVID. Before COVID, I had a round trip ticket to Jew.
Ah, man, they closed it down.
How do you spell that?
Number 11.
Israel.
Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, we're all fucking banned from show business now.
This one won't help.
Well, you know what's
Erectile-
weird? Sorry to keep
Oh,
this
yeah,
going, but Jew is like something that's a word you can say.
Yeah, it's not bad
But it's
word.
like Mexican, where it's like it's how you say it. It's like if you say like, "How's your what's like Dan Smith? Great guy, half Jew." Yeah, see even there, half Jew-ish.
Yeah.
But like if you were like, I can't think of the.
It's a great
another
religion.
one.
Yeah, like
By
you
the
don't
way.
say you don't say Carlo, Mr. Monday, half pagan.
Great religion.
No.
But like Jew, like you can
Top
say
two.
like, my father's a Jew, right? My grandfather's a Jew.
Right.
Yeah.
But like if you're like my neighbor, Jew.
It's all in the way.
Right? It's all in the way you say it.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's Mexican.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's Mexican. You know what I mean?
Well, get rid of it if you don't like it.
No, but it doesn't. Then it's like, this guy, man. I don't know.
I
It's weird.
understand. What's the next one?
Yeah, like my girlfriend's Mexican, or my
The point guard on this
maid
basketball team is
maid
Mexican.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to something.
You don't want a Mexican point
Not
guard.
a lot of Mexican basketball players.
Yeah.
Erectile dysfunction drug, aviptatal. I don't know. Nobody's tattling about their erectile drug. It may also treat COVID-19 though.
That'd be dope.
That's weird.
Yep, you have to put a full dick in your mouth, and then it should just clear any of the signs. No, it's been fast-tracked to clinical trials since June. Early
I
results
love
show
this
that
guy.
Patients come off ventilators 3 to 4 days sooner if they're on this. I don't know who's feeding erectile drugs to people on a fucking breathing
That
apparatus.
goes
in
to
the
show like
hospital.
where they're at with COVID. They're like, all right,
They're running out of shit.
yeah, try the boner pills.
They're grabbing anything.
Like, yeah, just give them, giving them helium next. Like, let's just see.
The drug is a synthetic form of a natural peptide in the body called VIP. So VIP hand jobs. This sounds great. This is the cure for COVID?
I don't know. Sounds like BS.
Yeah,
You know.
it's just like nice. You just got a rock hard boner.
Yeah, that's going to raise the body temperature a
I
little
mean,
bit,
that
isn't
stuff,
it?
increases blood flow. I mean, does that have something? I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
You don't know if it increases blood flow, or you don't know if that's going to
No,
help.
it does. That's what boner medicine does.
That's right.
Imagine having
That's what it was made for originally.
You're like, you have the worst fever of your life, and all you want to do is fuck. You know, you're like, man, I can't even see. I'm having hallucinations, but man, I got a 4-hour erection that needs to be put down.
The doctor comes up
like
to you and
old
is like,
Yeller.
Will, we're going to give you some experimental medication. We want you to tell us in 2 hours if you notice anything different. And then, do you feel any better? No, but I've jerked off 3 times.
Yeah, I've jerked off 3 times.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to snort it, doctor?
Cluster, we got anything else?
Yeah, TikTok is still hanging on the U.S. They didn't cancel it yet. President Trump said they were going to get rid of it because of its ties to China.
Wait a minute.
He was
Donald Trump something that wasn't true.
He was going to get rid of. He wants to get rid of TikTok because.
I got rid of TikTok months ago when a buddy of mine who's in the army told me they wouldn't let him have it.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if they won't let people in the army have it, then
They don't want to
no one should
compromise
have
people
it.
because they'll have access to your phone and your information.
If you walk into an army base with
that's what it is.
they
Yeah.
have everything.
That and all of the trends that TikTok is starting, like this one. Did you see the Trade Me project?
No.
A woman set out to trade a worthless bobby pin for a house through a series of progressive swaps. So I trade you this, you trade me that. Builds up until she gets a house, starting at a
It's
bobby
like
pin.
Craigslist.
American Indians.
Yeah. She was inspired by Kyle McDonald, who managed
Yeah, they, you give someone a hairpin, they give you America.
yeah.
How many Americans does it take to change a light bulb?
How many Americans?
American Indians.
How many? I don't know. Do you have an answer?
No.
Wow. I'm gonna say one, but it takes a boat full of white dudes to steal it from.
They don't know how.
How? Was that a how? Oh, wow.
My racism runs small with the Native
So what's
Americans,
with
but-
these bobby pins and what?
So basically, she's using TikTok to get people to pay attention to her. She starts off with something as small as a bobby pin and says, I'll trade you a bobby pin for your I Love Mondays cup. Then she takes your cup and says, I'll trade you an I Love Mondays cup for your bicycle.
She always
Then-
trades up.
Yeah, she trades up, and now she's trying to get a house.
So what is she trading for the house, though?
That sweet ass.
That's
I don't
it.
know. That yeah.
Kidney.
Out of there.
There's a guy who did something like that with Craigslist. He bought a fucking comb on Craigslist. And
I believe it
sold
was
the
Kyle
comb.
McDonald.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it's saying here.
And I remember that, and I remember thinking, oh, good for you. And I think it ended with a car.
It always does.
I always like the person who thinks of it first and does it. I fucking loathe the second person to do it.
Copyists.
Yeah, like, oh, I'm gonna do that. You know who always does that? Is those people that do that fucking meme where they'll be like, oh, there was a guy over here, he said, show me your dick and I'll give you a cookie, and then they hold up the cookie and think they're clever because they've seen it 30 fucking times. I don't like those.
No.
You don't like tired jokes?
I hate when like a soccer mom sees something on the internet, recreates it, and then thinks she's funny.
Yeah.
That makes me mad irrationally.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, like Karens.
Yeah.
When Karens start saying Karen, it's time to stop saying Karen,
Yeah.
right?
Are you guys into soccer moms?
You know what's weird? I never thought that I'd get older and start to find older chicks hot as I got older, but here we are.
Right.
They're hotter though now.
They keep themselves in better shape.
But yeah,
Yeah.
They tighten that shit up.
But-
Operations, laser surgery, LASIX.
yeah, lots of upkeep. A lot
To
of
answer the soccer mom question though,
Christine
probably
Hurley.
not.
What?
dope. Dope ass soccer mom.
What? She got laser surgery?
No, I'm saying she's an attractive soccer mom.
She's the best.
We can say it, guys. She doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah. But see, if you just
Icy
wait-
cold. It got weird in here. You guys don't know. Christine Hurley, she's cool with that.
What about it's like
I hope
she's
she's
a
watching.
freshman in college. She's 19 and she's a smoke show. But the mom is like 46, 47 and equally a smoke show. Do you know what I'm saying? That
Weren't
like
they at the city winery?
we did meet them. Yeah, actually, that's right. She said she was going to give us she was going to do a T-shirt thing and never did.
We sent them T-shirts. They never did anything.
That's absolutely ridiculous. It was a mother-daughter.
Dude,
She was like pimping her daughter out,
She was
wasn't she?
pimping her daughter, and she was only like,
When
I don't think
I-
she was of age.
When I used
Not to be in that place.
Yeah, right.
When I used to work in bars and like be a bartender and stuff, I was in New York City and I was a karaoke guy. I used to see girls, they lived there, and moms would come visit, come visit me in New York, mom, like, and I'll take you to my favorite bars, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And it'd be like this big thing, and they'd be like, my mom's here, everyone, and at first it's like funny, it's like, give her a couple shots, right? And I was like, I'm telling you, it happened 100 times, and a bunch of times, I'd be
Old
like,
broads are trying to bang you?
dude, no, I'd be like just hosting the show or whatever, and out of the corner of my eye, I'd see her making out with some dude, or like,
Oh, yeah.
and then the mom, yeah, and then you see the daughter.
She had a wedding
like,
ring on?
Oh, dude, like crazy shit.
2 sex on the beach and she's dry humping a guy in a Burger
Yeah,
King
like
parking lot.
dancing to Nelly, just like fuck yeah, you know what I mean? And the daughter's mortified.
They're getting it out.
Or I've seen more often than not, the daughter would get shit faced and bounce early or something. The mom's like, I know the way back, I'll catch you. And as soon as the kid's out the door, it's like,
Yeah, right.
New York is like Las Vegas, where when people get there, they're like, it's time to live it up.
They're trying to
It's
make
time-
some magic event happen.
And it's like, it doesn't matter. Like I remember, like I worked at a tourist place, and a lot of women. That's when I learned like women like cheat on their husbands as much as husbands cheat
They're
on their
scummier
wives.
than men.
They do it just as often. People kind of think about guys being the ones that do that.
I've fucked as many married women as I have men. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can see that.
A lot of them are
You're
on
good at
Tinder. A lot of married women on Tinder.
They had a whole site, Ashley Madison, that was designed for, I'm tired of fucking the guy that I live with, right?
I know. It's an interesting idea.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and finish up with some $100,000 pyramid.
Oh, I'm psyched.
If I want to get shot out of a cannon on a Monday, I have to be fresh and ready to go. Hey, let's face it, us men, we're all a bunch of hairy animals, but we could use a little trim. How come every time I try, I cut my sack and I bleed? If you're gonna put clippers and blades near your family jewels, it's time to use right tools. The new Lawnmower 2.0 from Manscaped has skin-safe technologies, so this trimmer won't nick and snag your nuts. Having an accident below the belt is a thing of the past. Get 20% off and free shipping with code GARDEN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code GARDEN. There's a lot of nuts out there. Now it's time to handle them with care.
Welcome back.
One of my favorites.
Tonight we have another great version of the $100,000 Monday Pyramid. Our contestants will attempt to guess a series of words and phrases given them by their contestant. We're going to start with Will. Are you ready?
I'm guessing.
You're going to be giving the clues first to Mr. Monday. So
Oh, okay.
have your list. We're going to
got
get
it.
a clock on the board, and you got to be quick. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll start the clock as soon as you start going.
You ready?
Will.
I'm gonna try my best.
All right, if you go skiing, you get in one of these. It takes you to the top of the mountain. It's like
A lift.
it's enclosed. It's got a foreign sounding name.
Gondola.
All right, you got
Yep,
it.
got it.
You play this at home.
Atari.
It's a newer.
ColecoVision.
It's you play it when you're high, stoned all day. You
I don't
sit in some
smoke.
of these things.
You can pass if you don't.
No, I'm not gonna pass. It's an iPhone.
It's
xylophone.
You hold a controller when you play it. Kids love it. You play Fortnite on it.
Oh yeah, ColecoVision.
I just keep doing this.
It's not your current girlfriend.
It's It's like, all right. It sounds kind of like this.
Oh, Mike Tyson punch out.
All right. Can we move on to the
Frankie
next one?
Yeah,
Flamingo.
let's pass on that one. Move on to the
Irish,
next one.
Irish people eat this all the time.
Potatoes.
It's the whole meal.
Cabbage.
It's like
Corned beef and cabbage.
You cook it in a. It's a type of
Italian girls.
It's a type of
pussies.
meal that you cook in a big pot. That's it's got bubbles like steaming.
Cabbage.
Steaming.
Beans.
Yeah, but what would you call that entire meal? What would you call that? Like something.
St. Patrick's
Everything
Day.
is cooked in hot water. Everything in the meal is cooked.
Stew.
It's the last meal of the day, and it's all cooked
Irish
in
stew.
hot water.
Whiskey.
The most hot water there is. It's a certain point, and when it gets so hot, water bubbles. It's
Fahrenheit.
Carlo agrees with you there.
All right, moving on.
Fahrenheit.
This one is gonna be brutal. I don't even know if I'm right about it. It's another name for a balcony or a patio.
Piazza.
It's kind of like that, but it's it's you stand out
A
there.
gazebo.
You stand out there and you just go like, it's very nice out here.
Golf course.
And it's very nice. And
You're at a wedding.
come on out. All right, next one.
That's a pass.
This one is guy who sells, if
A vendor.
the old five and dime.
Flea market.
The guy at the five and dime. He's like, hey, you got a quarter? I'll make you one of these.
the Nickelodeon.
Like a root beer float. The guy who makes the root beer floats. He's like
Slushes.
He's like, but you could also say, hey, why
Italian ice.
Why is this guy such a like a prickly pear? Why is this guy got to be such a rhymes with work? All right, next one. It's a show about zombies.
I'll never get this one.
they're,
But keep going. I'll never get
Not
this
like the
one.
other four you got so quickly. It's zombies. They're not running and they're not alive. They're doing the opposite of running.
Dracula.
And the opposite of being alive.
That is the opposite of running.
The next one, this is a popular fair in New England. A lot of people finger and get
Topsfield
fingered
Fair.
for the first time.
Ding,
There you
ding,
go. You
ding.
got it. Yeah.
Whoa. What do
I
you mean?
believe-
People get fingered at this fair?
Oh yeah, a lot of people. It's
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
You ended up with 2 on that one. Pretty good.
Good job.
Good.
Said he was gonna try his best. And he
Good descriptions.
That was
Monday-
fun.
That was good.
Mr. Monday, you're known more as a giver than a taker, right?
I'm a Leo.
All right, well, you'll be giving the clues this time
Okay.
to Will.
Okay,
and when
great.
you're ready, start. The clock will start when you start.
Okay. Records, 8-tracks, cassettes.
Things you listen to. Things
What
that
came
make-
after them?
CDs.
There you go. You got it. Laserdisc.
That's a different thing, but that's fine.
Okay.
Liz,
It's a Laserdisc.
That's we'll
Yeah.
give it. We'll give
All right,
you.
we'll give it to him.
We'll move on.
A stuffed toy. All right, and they're like worth a lot of money. There's all different styles.
Beanie Baby.
Wow.
There you go. It's a beer and a number.
No.
A beer and a number.
Yeah. Horse and a number.
Colt 45.
There you go. Very good.
How about, all right, did you watch Raw with Eddie Murphy?
I did.
All right, so like he had an Italian guy buy him something at the counter, a type of candy.
Oh fuck. Bullseye.
No, bullseye. What the fucking candy's that? This is a bullseye candy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, caramel.
They're like
Yeah.
really chewy candies.
Caramel.
No, they're all different like colors. Kind of like dots, but they're not dots.
Skittles.
No, that's what McKlasky
Oh,
stuffed
taffy?
in his ass.
Saltwater taffy.
Nope.
Laffy taffy.
Let's go to the next one.
Think of an acidic pollinator.
Let's go to the next
Yeah,
one.
let's go to the next one.
Let's go to the next one. It's an Olympic event, and you're in the snow, and you slide in, and like,
Skiing.
yeah, but you're doing it like you know, covering a lot of ground, a lot of terrain.
Cross country skiing.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Like 6 people who are co-hosts on our show have one of these. All right, and except Christine Hurley, and it's to enlarge your organ so you can get an erection.
Penis pump.
There you go.
know it. I have a sponsorship deal with it.
All right, so this company that makes this is in Lynn, Massachusetts. You'll never get this one. Peanut butter and something go really good together.
Jelly?
No.
Peanut butter and... Oh, the Fluffernutter people.
There you go.
The marshmallow Fluffernutter.
You got it.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a big fan of that.
All right, Carla, you did good giving that time, but we're going to have to switch it up. This time,
Okay.
Will's going to give them
So
to
this
you.
now it's things.
Yeah, and so now basically this next section, you're going to give clues, but the clues will all be part of the same overall group. Okay? An example would be basketball, football, and baseball, and that would be things that you play in sports.
Okay.
All right?
Got you.
So, Will, when you're ready, you can start.
So I'm giving.
You're
giving.
giving.
All right. Oh, man. I love water. I love cucumbers. And I'm heading to Tampa Bay.
Forrest Gump?
I'm down in Tampa Bay playing quarterback this year because I'm pissed at Robert Kraft and I'm
Football
pissed at
players
Bill
that you're giving
Belichick.
away.
Hello, I'm married to Giselle.
Tom Brady.
What? It's a category.
It's
things that Tom
things
Brady,
Tom Brady
would
would
say.
say.
Okay,
So all of
things
the
that Tom
answers
Brady
follow
said.
that format.
Okay.
Next one, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
The wheel on Wheel of Fortune.
Vanna White.
A top. Michael Jackson sometimes.
Things that are round.
A dreidel.
Things that spin.
Very good.
Mr. Monday.
I knew I just had to make it a
you-
reference to
yeah, you got
Jew. All right, bologna, cheese, mayonnaise.
Horrible condiment. Things that are horrible condiments.
Mustard.
Things that you buy. Things that are condiments. Things
What?
that you buy in a supermarket. Things you buy in a deli.
Man,
Things that an Irish guy eats.
do you have everything you need? A little mayo on this would be nice because that's something that I put on a something.
Things that you put on bread.
Close enough.
Close enough. A bong, an apple,
Things you can smoke weed out of.
a baby. You got it. All right,
Wow.
the next one. Cars, trains,
Things that are vehicles.
tricycles.
Things that you drive
What
to
makes
work.
it? They got 4 of these.
Vehicles that you drove here.
Four-wheelers.
Things that have motors. I mean, it's true. Except the tricycle.
Wheelchairs.
Things that crippled people drive.
I guess I've said the word. too
Yeah,
many
we
times.
kind of...
Things that have wheels.
We'll give you a beep on
I
that
thought I
one.
said that.
Maybe you did.
You said engines.
Yeah.
Mr. Monday, though, it is now
That's good.
your turn to give
Okay.
clues. You're giving clues to have him guess the category. So your answers will be the same format as Carlo's.
Got it.
When you're ready, Carlo, begin.
Okay. Trash. Old clothes.
Things you see.
Girls.
Things you see.
Girls.
Things you see at Kowloon.
What you doing, a comedy show there?
No, I don't do shows there.
Oh, no wonder.
Yeah, that's why I'm trashing it.
An ex-girlfriend.
Things you
dumb
throw
stuff.
away. Things you want to.
Things you throw away.
Things you throw away.
There you go. A basketball. A tank at a carnival.
Things
A water
that.
tank at a carnival.
Things that drop. Things that go through a hoop.
Close.
Things that you throw.
Daryl Dawkins.
Was he a center for?
Remember him?
Yeah, I think so. Things you. Things that. Yeah.
Bread and oil.
Things that go together.
No.
Things that. Taste.
Crackers and milk.
The fuck?
Wow.
Crackers and milk.
Crackers and milk.
Puts crackers and
Things things old ladies like to eat for lunch. Things you get at Bible camp for a snack.
Your ass in a bidet.
So things that go through other things.
15 seconds.
Things that
No.
things that smell awesome.
No. What else can I say for this
Oh,
one?
things that you dunk.
5. Yes.
I saw the screen.
A donut, maybe? A donut?
Things you dunk. I
Tell
never would
he's
have got
Italian
that.
because he was
Donut.
like, the bread and the oil.
I know. I was like, what the fuck is he done?
That's so
Milk
Italian.
and crackers.
Milk and crackers. Like a serial killer.
My father used to do that.
On a 95-degree day, outside, milk and crackers. Not good crackers either. Wheat crackers.
All right, next one. A beer tap, stools, booths.
Things you find in a bar.
There you go.
Hey.
Next one. Clothes, pens, paper, crayons.
You sound like an angry boss. Like, these are all the things I don't have. Pens, crayons. Stop robbing me.
Teachers.
Manager on steroids.
Things you find in a school.
Close.
That's it.
All right, that's it. Okay.
Yep.
You got it.
Coronavirus. Things you
Yep.
find in a school.
Okay.
Too real.
Everything's a dollar or less at this store.
You said the name of it.
Things you find at the dollar store.
There you go.
Everything's a dollar or less at this point.
Is that it?
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Like Dollar General?
You got it.
I mean, what am I gonna tell you? Every little thing that's at a fucking dollar store.
I
Very much
like
Mr. Monday.
Mr. Monday's version of the $100,000 period is like, why are we beating around the bush here? Just so we just fucking tell each other. I can just tell you what it says.
All right, can you promote your next show? What do you got coming up?
I'm gonna
What do
be
you got
at
something big
Giggles.
coming up?
28th. I think it's the 28th and 29th. It's the last weekend of the month. I'm gonna be at Giggles.
Have you
Dave
been there
Russo.
yet since all the stuff's
I
going
did
on?
my first set there. You guys were there.
Yeah, we were here.
My
We
first
watched
set
it.
there, like in front of a real crowd, and it was like I was saying before the show, dicey. You know what I
Right,
mean? The
right.
shit. Zoom is not the same as like real comedy. So
No, but you were great. That's a great place to watch a show. The tables are spaced. You're outside, and this.
Yeah.
It's not hot, and the food's delicious.
But it was great. Yeah.
Oh, Prince
food is
great.
good.
I love that pizza.
Yeah.
That dough is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Great
And Lenny
dough.
Clark is like, you know,
Will he
often
be there with you?
He drops by. He's not gonna be there that weekend, but he's there the weekend before, so I might go. But it's you never. That's the thing about Giggles though. Like, there's usually someone drops by.
Well, Mike Clark's there. He's the best.
Yeah.
Who's
so
better
I
than
would
that
say,
guy?
Yeah. No one better than Mike.
So you get two shows. So you're pumped up for him or what?
Super pumped up for those. Got a couple more in New Hampshire coming up too. I've been up in New Hampshire a lot.
Well, that's
And I'm like
anything.
missing New Hampshire lately. 'cause they
Anything
don't
goes
give
in
a
New
fuck.
Hampshire, right? I mean, it doesn't
Dude,
matter.
they don't give a shit.
Prison rules.
They don't give a
How
fuck. many?
So Giggles usually fits how many people? Do you know? Like 80 or 100?
I think like 150, probably 200.
Now it's only like 75.
I don't know. No, because we're outside. They can put a tent outside. So I don't know. It's kind of.
It's about. I think it's 100 outside.
So when
And
everyone's
it's
sitting down,
spaced.
they have the masks on, or they don't have masks on?
I didn't have a mask on. I got to sit
It's
comfortably.
spaced.
Yeah, you're at your own table.
If you're with your family or
Yeah.
friends that you see all the time at your table, and there's like so much coughing coming over this coronavirus central over here.
The servers all have masks on. You're just comfortable, relaxing for finally getting to have a night out and feel like an adult for 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Give Netflix a break.
Yeah.
Go watch some live entertainment. Stare at a pretty girl at a table. Next
And also,
to you.
not to be a dick, but that was the week. That was the opening weekend. Like,
Yeah.
so it was kind of like brave. Like what I'm saying is,
heroes.
not everyone was like going out that first week.
Absolutely.
Comedians and audience.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like this little bit of a vibe, like where it was like, well, hope this.
All the
keeps
rebels
going.
are out.
All the rebels were out,
Yeah.
and now
Those
all
are
the
best
other
people.
people that we were like brave enough to go out there for. Now everyone's coming out, so the shows do. I mean, in a weird way, there was like a different vibe in those early shows. I think where everyone was kind of like, "What is this?" But now we're in the groove of like doing these shows, doing shows outdoors, doing Corona era shows.
Yeah.
So I think you're gonna see some.
A lot to talk about.
And
shit.
that's a huge parking lot over there too, so they can like lose half the spaces.
No, it's great. You can
Yeah.
park and
It's
walk
huge.
right over to the thing. The best thing is like it sounds corny, but like it was so nice after 6 months or whatever, 4 months of being inside to just go like to Giggles and see like Tony, you know.
That show was
Brad
there was
Mastrangelo,
they had
Sweeney.
eight killers on the night that you were on. It was
Yeah.
like a treat
No, it
to be
was
able
nuts.
to
Yeah, I
go
saw
to
that.
one show and see all those people.
Yeah, I saw all those guys.
Yeah,
That
I
was-
mean
that was a good one.
Sweeney and Riley and Christine
Hurley, Russo.
Well, good luck out there, buddy. And thanks for coming in tonight.
Dude, my
all right?
pleasure, man. Anytime.
We're gonna see you there. So another like 4 weeks you'll be on the show?
I love.
Yeah, but don't
coming
you do
here,
something
man.
Monday nights that you
I
can't?
do, but like it's a bar show and it's not open right now.
Not
So,
open, so he's
hopefully-
gonna be. So lucky us, right?
Yeah. Take advantage.
But I can always, like once in a while. Who knows? Once in a while.
Great job, buddy.
Thanks, man. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me, man.
All right, listen. We'll see you next week, Monday on 3. 1, 2, 3.